Alright, so I'm just going to jump into my thoughts on the 4th season, and I've already seen part 1 and 2, but you guys don't have to worry about any spoilers here. This is just going to be my satisfactory level on if I was pleased or not with the 4th season, and speaking about how the character Joe Goldberg has evolved thus far. So yeah, I actually loved this season, and not only was it my favorite season of the show so far, but it was also hands down the most chaotic season we've had up to this point. Now, I kept thinking to myself, like, how are the writers going to top the previous seasons? Because season 3 left the show in a very interesting place. Joe fakes his death after killing Love and leaves the country searching for Marianne, and after the final shot of the season, we can see that he is now in Paris. And then of course we were all just left wondering, like, okay, what are they going to do now? And I must admit that I was a bit worried after season 3 because with season 4, this is where the show could become very repetitive. Because at this point we understand Joe's routine for the most part. You know, he falls in love with a new woman and implants himself with her friend circle, and basically anyone who gets in the way along the way is killed in the process. And then on top of that, these relationships never really work out because Joe has to end up killing the woman he thought was the one because they usually find out who he really is. Or he just ends up killing the woman in general for some other reason. They end up dead because of him. But I am happy to report back that season 4 does something quite different. It introduces a whodunit type of storyline where Joe isn't the only threat, and to be honest, this whole season feels pretty mild up until season 4 part 2 becomes available. Then that's when this whole season becomes the biggest mindfuck of this show's history, and in my personal opinion, it was executed extremely well. We take a deep dive into Joe's mind, and the audience becomes lost with him, and it all really feels like a logical progression of the development of the character Joe. Like, after you guys finally see what I'm talking about, because I kind of have to talk around it and beat around the bush to avoid spoilers, but you'll probably be like me and say that, well, you know, it actually makes a lot of sense that they went here with the story. Because yes, it does make a lot of sense, but it's just not immediately obvious until you see the way things play out and the way it's executed during the season. But I enjoyed it and I was impressed, and I don't think I'll be saying any more about the end of the season and what happens to Joe. But let's just say I'll definitely be looking forward to season 5 to see once again how are they going to top this. Because as much as I love this show, I can't help but feel like it's on its last legs. But honestly, I really hope that I'm wrong, and I hope the show overstays its welcome by a season or 2. And then after that, I'll probably be satisfied and finally okay with saying goodbye to this character. But I'm not really feeling that just yet, so I really hope that they keep it going because season 4 was really good. I'd easily give season 4 8.5 or like a 9 out of 10. So yeah, part 1 will be available February 9th and part 2 will be available on March 9th. And I'm really looking forward to what you other hardcore fans of the series have to say about this season, you know, once you guys have a chance to check it out. But there you have it, and if you enjoyed the content, you know exactly what to do. Thank you for watching.